Alright, so it was reported yesterday that the UFC is planning on having Justin Gaethje versus Topuria headlining the UFC White House card, and Makhachev's next opponent might be Garry. And also Dana White announced that the whole White House card is finished. It's complete, it's ready to go with multiple options in case anything goes wrong. And so that's the news for today. Before I get into it, please like, subscribe, really helps out. And yeah, so yesterday it was reported by this guy, some Spanish reporter, that the UFC are moving forward with the idea of having Justin Gaethje versus Topuria, the lightweight unification bout we've all been waiting for, as the headliner for the White House card. And it looks like that is probably true because it is now done. The event is now finished, or the actual planning, the putting together of the event is now concluded, as Dana White, as I said there, that Dana White had announced. And just to talk about the fight itself, it's a good fight. Obviously, we knew this fight was happening. If you didn't know, if you live under a rock, Justin Gaethje beat Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight belt, whilst Topuria was dealing with family court issues with his ex-wife about custody. His custody battles involving his children, as John Anik would say. So, whilst Topuria was doing that, busy with that endeavour, Justin Gaethje beat Paddy Pimblett, now the interim lightweight champ. They are going to fight each other to see who is the undisputed lightweight champion. And at the White House card, in terms of the main event, itself, it's a good main event. It's a great fight. It's Topuria, one of the biggest names in the UFC right now, and Justin Gaethje, the kind of guy who has never been in a boring fight. On the White House card, you have the all-American Justin Gaethje. On paper, it's a great main event. You have an American at the White House card list, and I'm pretty sure Gaethje's like a Trump supporter. So you got this Trump supporting all-American brawler, kill or be killed guy in Gaethje versus the one-punch KO power, champion in Topuria. So it's a great main event. And obviously with the card itself, if you don't know the card itself, obviously we need to see what's going to be underneath the card as well. Obviously it was reported that, John Anik himself said that the card was going to have about 6 or 7, no pun intended, title fights on it. That's what John Anik said, but then I seen something else saying it's going to be maybe 6 or 7 fights, but there's going to be 4 title fights and maybe a couple just top contender fights, maybe, I don't know, Colby. So I know this isn't a top contender, but they might do Colby versus Chandler or something like that. These kind of fun, really hyped up, big name non-title fights. And also one of the other title fights is all but confirmed is Nunes versus Harrison. That's obviously going to happen. Harrison, the staunch American, and obviously Nunes, the kind of women's GOAT, as people like to say. That's obviously going to be on there. There's kind of it's a no-brainer. Anyone could guess that. But the problem is about the actual fight, the fight being the main event. This has been labelled as the UFC card of all time, the greatest. This is what Dana White was saying. The Sphere was chump change compared to what the White House is, and it's then this is a generic main event. It's Dana White's labeling this as the best card ever, the best thing since sliced bread, and it's just a generic title fight. Obviously, don't get me wrong, Topuria is a good name. It's a great fight, but in its essence, it's just another title fight. It's a generic title fight, even though it's two. Or one big name. Justin Gaethje's not as big as he used to be, but he's still kind of big. It's not where's John Jones, where's McGregor, where's Pereira. When you're talking about the White House card, the card of all time, as Dana White likes to put it, this is gonna blow the Sphere out of the water. Where's the fight to go along with it? Where's the big title fight? Where's Pereira Jones? Where's McGregor versus Masvidal or whatever, some big name? Where's Pereira versus Aspinall, obviously that's not a thing now, but because Aspinall's injured. But where's the big name? Where's the? Because when you say this is going to be the best UFC card of all time, that has to have a main event to go along with it. It has to be a main event that no one's gonna guess. It has to be a most like radical fight, like oh my god, like two literal like giants in posture, giant great fighters in size and name value, fighting each other. Makhachev versus Topuria. We can chuck Gaethje to the side. We can get Gaethje later on, right? Why isn't Makhachev Topuria? Like that's the kind of fights we need. Never mind, but Makhachev, Ian Garry, as I'm about to talk about, or Topuria Gaethje. We don't need that. We need Topuria Makhachev. If it's gonna happen, it was gonna happen on this card. Now there's no reason for it to happen ever again. So now we have to deal with just another boring. It's not a boring fight. Don't get me wrong. Gaethje versus Topuria is a good fight, and it will be a good fight. It'll be a flash knockout. Topuria will kill Gaethje. Obviously, it's an American card or American themed card. Gaethje's gonna get knocked out in about 3 minutes, and everyone's gonna go silent because Gaethje died. And I'm gonna hold a minute silence because Gaethje he'll be taken from the canvas into the down the stairs at the octagon, and there will be soldiers. There will be Secret Service soldiers digging his grave and ready to put him in it because that's how badly Topuria is going to do Gaethje, I believe anyway. But nonetheless, we need a. This can't be the main event. Dana White, if you can hear me, please save this card. This isn't the best main event ever. We need the main event, right? We need the main event, a good main event. Where's Pereira? Pereira's teasing like a million things. He said like 1, 2, 3, go the other day on Instagram, and it's like, well, what's that supposed to mean? Like, why is he not on the? But then, like a couple months ago, he said he's not on the card. He's not going to be on the White House card. So I have no idea what's going on. This can't be a card. Just like if Dana White just has this as the main event and then stacks three other title fights on it and calls it the best card of all time because it has 4 title fights and like some good top contender fights underneath, then it's a flop. It is not going to be what people. It's not going to meet expectations. Let's say that because I'm thinking this is going to be the best thing ever, and the main event is just a generic title fight. So hopefully Dana White's got an ace up his sleeve. This is all fugazi, and John Jones is blasting steroids right now, and he's going to fight Pereira. So we'll need to see. Anyway, enough about that. Makhachev, after the White House card, maybe on a later date, Makhachev is scheduled to fight. Obviously, he's going to fight. It's not been confirmed, but Ian Garry is the number one name. Obviously, you have like Morales, you have Usman, you have forgot his name. Prates. There we go. Prates, Morales, Usman. I don't think people are saying Usman should get a title shot. Yeah, right. Usman was on a 3-fight losing streak, beat Buckley, and now he's calling for a title shot, and it's like, brother, you need another win. You can't just get a title shot. And Ali Abdelaziz, who manages Makhachev and Usman, is saying like, yeah, Usman should get a title shot. Yeah, because you manage both of them. Like we know we not. Do you think we're stupid? We know what you're doing. So Makhachev should fight. I believe Ian Garry would be a good fight. I'm fine with any fight personally. Like if it's Morales, that would be good. Obviously, he'll get like ragdolled. I believe. I think they'll all get ragdolled, but at least it's like there's going to be high build up. Morales, Prates, both. Prates especially, big fan favorite now. They're two strikers, two like knockout guys, knockout artists. Build up to the fight. Can they defeat the elusive Makhachev? Can they knock him out? And then you have Ian Garry, who will make it like a good build up. Ian Garry's kind of come a long way in terms of his trash talk, in terms of his fight build up. So I'm kind of, if it is Ian Garry, I would be quite hyped up for that fight. I'd be looking forward to it because I feel like Ian Garry would maybe try and like get on the Makhachev skin at like a press conference or something like that, which would be good to see. I do think they'd all get beat by Makhachev. I just think he's too big. He's gonna be his wrestling's just off the charts compared to everyone else. Like these guys are strikers as well. Like all three of the guys I just named, other than Usman, but Usman's old though, and he's probably just gonna get ragdolled as well. Everyone's gonna get ragdolled by Makhachev, but I don't really care. If it's Ian Garry, I'd be fine with that. And yeah, that's kind of it. And then the last thing was that I already mentioned it, but Dana White said that the White House card's done. They've got multiple options in case something happens. I don't know if that means that it's the same list of fighters but in a different order, or they've got two completely different White House cards involving different fights. I don't know, and they're choosing what one to go for, like set A or set B. I have no idea. That is it's very ambiguous the way that Dana White said that. So we'll need to wait for that. I assume that they will announce it in March. I want to say they'll announce it during the March event, as in like the Holloway versus Oliveira 2 card. I believe they'll announce it on that. If I was to assume, unless Dana White goes on CBS at like midday and announces it or something like that, but I assume they will do it on that Holloway card because that's going to be where most people are going to be watching, that are going to watch the White House card. So I assume they'll do that. Like what, 4 months, 3 months before the event. Yeah, that sounds about right. So I think that's what they're gonna do. But anyway, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. If you disagree, please comment below. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.